Welcome to Naveen TechHub. In this video, we are going to understand LLM fine-tuning techniques in a simple and practical way. Think of a large language model like a powerful base engine. It already has general knowledge, but it may not know your company data, your domain rules, your tone, or your exact task. Fine-tuning is the process of adapting that base model for a specific purpose. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand SFT, LoRA, QLoRA, Prefix Tuning, Adapter Tuning, RLHF, PPO, DPO, and GRPO. Before learning techniques, let's first understand why we fine-tune LLMs. A generic model can answer common questions, but it may fail in specific business use cases. For example, a healthcare chatbot needs medical formatting, a finance assistant needs compliance-aware answers, and a coding assistant needs project-specific patterns. Fine-tuning teaches the model how to behave in a particular environment. It does not always add brand new knowledge. Most of the time, it improves behavior, format, style, and task performance. Pre-training and fine-tuning are different stages. Pre-training is where a model learns general language patterns from huge amounts of data. This is extremely expensive and requires massive GPU infrastructure. Fine-tuning happens after that. Here, we take an already trained model and adapt it using a smaller, focused dataset. So, pre-training teaches the model general language, while fine-tuning teaches the model how to solve a specific task. For most companies and developers, fine-tuning is the practical approach. Now let's look at the big picture. Fine-tuning techniques can be divided into two major categories. First is model adaptation, where we modify the model to perform a task better. Examples include full fine-tuning, LoRA, QLoRA, prefix tuning, and adapter tuning. Second is alignment training, where we train the model to produce responses that humans prefer. Examples include RLHF, DPO, PPO, and GRPO. So remember this simple rule. Adaptation improves task performance, while alignment improves response behavior. Supervised Fine-Tuning, or SFT, is one of the most common starting points. In SFT, we provide examples of input and expected output. For example, we give the model a user question and a high-quality answer. The model learns to copy the pattern and produce similar answers in the future. This is very useful for chatbots, customer support assistants, coding assistants, and domain-specific Q&A systems. The quality of examples matters more than the number of examples. In fine-tuning, more data does not always mean better results. A small set of clean, high-quality examples can beat a huge, noisy dataset. If the dataset has wrong answers, duplicated examples, inconsistent format, or low-quality responses, the model will learn those mistakes. A good SFT dataset should be clean, consistent, deduplicated, and close to the final production use case. For beginners, this is very important. Don't start with model tuning first, start with data quality first. Full fine-tuning updates all model weights. But large models have billions of parameters, and updating everything requires huge GPU memory. This is where PEFT comes in. PEFT means parameter-efficient fine-tuning. Instead of updating the entire model, we freeze most of the base model and train only a small number of additional parameters. This makes fine-tuning cheaper, faster, and possible on smaller GPUs. LoRA and QLoRA are the most popular PEFT techniques. LoRA stands for low-rank adaptation. The simple idea is this. Instead of changing the full weight matrix of the model, LoRA adds small trainable matrices that learn the required adjustment. The original model remains mostly frozen. During training, only these small LoRA adapters are updated. This reduces memory usage and training costs significantly. In practical terms, LoRA lets us fine-tune large models without needing enterprise-level GPU infrastructure. In low-raw training, adapters are inserted into specific parts of the transformer, commonly attention layers like query, key, and value projections. These adapters learn task-specific behavior, while the original model weights remain frozen. After training, we can either keep the adapter separate or merge it with the base model. This is useful because one base model can support multiple LoRa adapters for different tasks, like customer support, code generation, healthcare, or finance. QLoRA is a memory-optimized version of LoRa. The main idea is to load the base model in a compressed 4-bit format while training small LoRa adapters. This dramatically reduces GPU memory requirements. Because of QLoRA, developers can fine-tune larger models on more affordable hardware. It uses techniques like 4-bit quantization and paged optimizers to save memory. For startups, students, and independent developers, QLoRA is one of the most practical fine-tuning methods. LoRa and QLoRA are very similar, but the key difference is memory usage. LoRa usually needs more GPU memory because the base model is loaded in higher precision. QLoRa reduces memory by loading the base model in 4-bit. LoRa may be slightly faster and simpler when you have enough GPU power. QLoRa is better when you want to fine-tune a large model using limited hardware. For most beginner and budget-friendly projects, QLoRa is usually the first choice. Prefix tuning works in a different way. Instead of changing model weights, it adds trainable virtual tokens before the actual input. These virtual tokens guide the model's behavior. Think of it like giving the model hidden instructions before every prompt. The base model remains frozen, and only the prefix parameters are trained. This method is lightweight and useful for controlled generation tasks. However, the prefix consumes part of the context window, so there is a trade-off. Adapter tuning adds small trainable layers inside the transformer model. The original model remains frozen, and only these adapter layers are trained. You can imagine adapters like small plug-in modules inserted between existing layers. This approach is modular and flexible. Different adapters can be trained for different domains or tasks. The downside is that adapters may add some inference latency because the model has to pass through extra layers. Let's compare the PEFT methods simply. LoRa is popular because it's efficient and gives strong performance. QLoRa is excellent when GPU memory is limited. Prefix tuning is lightweight, but may reduce available context space. Adapter tuning is modular, but it can increase latency. In real-world projects, if someone asks which PEFT method to choose, a safe answer is start with LoRa or QLoRa. They are widely used, practical, and supported by modern fine-tuning libraries. Now we move from fine-tuning to alignment. SFT teaches the model to imitate examples, but imitation is not always enough. A model can produce answers that are technically correct, but not helpful, safe, honest, or aligned with human expectations. Alignment training helps the model produce responses that humans prefer. The 3 important goals are helpfulness, harmlessness, and honesty. This is why modern chat models go beyond SFT and use preference-based training. Reinforcement learning from human feedback, or RLHF, it became famous because it was used in early ChatGPT-style alignment pipelines. RLHF usually has 3 steps. First, supervised fine-tuning teaches the model basic response behavior. Second, humans rank model outputs, and a reward model is trained from those rankings. Third, reinforcement learning is used to optimize the model based on the reward model. This improves response quality, but the pipeline is complex and expensive. A reward model is like a judge. It looks at 2 or more answers and decides which one is better. For example, if the user asks a question, the model may generate response A and response B. Human reviewers rank them. The reward model learns from these rankings and later scores new responses automatically. This reward score is then used to guide further training. The challenge is that the reward model must be high quality, otherwise the final model may optimize for the wrong behavior. PPO stands for Proximal Policy Optimization. In RLHF, PPO is used to update the language model carefully. The goal is to improve the model's answers without changing the model too aggressively. If training updates are too large, the model can become unstable or forget useful behavior. PPO uses clipping to keep updates controlled. In simple words, PPO says, improve the answer, but don't move too far away from the original model behavior. DPO stands for Direct Preference Optimization. It is simpler than RLHF because it does not require a separate reward model and PPO training loop. DPO directly learns from preference pairs, such as chosen answer versus rejected answer. This makes the training pipeline easier, more stable, and cheaper compared to traditional RLHF. For many practical alignment tasks, DPO has become a popular alternative because it gives strong results without the complexity of full reinforcement learning. Let's compare the alignment methods. RLHF is powerful but complex because it uses supervised fine-tuning, reward models, and reinforcement learning. DPO is simpler because it directly learns from preference data. GRPO is another newer alignment approach associated with reasoning-focused models, where group-based rewards can be used instead of a traditional reward model. For beginners, remember this: RLHF is powerful but expensive, DPO is simpler and practical, and GRPO is useful for advanced reasoning-style training. Finally, let's connect this to real-world industry examples. ChatGPT-style models used supervised fine-tuning and human feedback to improve helpfulness and safety. Claude focuses heavily on constitutional and safety alignment. DeepSeek-style models brought attention to newer reasoning-focused optimization approaches. Llama instruction models commonly use SFT and preference optimization. The big lesson is this: modern LLMs are not improved by one single technique. They usually combine SFT, PEFT, and alignment methods to create useful production-ready assistance. To summarize, fine-tuning is how we convert a general LLM into a task-specific assistant. SFT teaches examples. LoRA and QLoRA make fine-tuning affordable. Prefix and adapter tuning are lightweight PEFT alternatives. RLHF, PPO, DPO, and GRPO help align model behavior with human preferences. For beginners, the best practical path is: start with a strong base model, prepare clean data, try LoRA or QLoRA, evaluate carefully, and then use alignment methods only when needed. Thanks for watching. Naveen, TechHub.